Welcome back to It's Life Loudly.
Where life is messy, imperfect, and worth sharing.
We're Dalton and Kristen Steichen, and we are excited to share stories and our experiences.
Ones that might inspire, motivate, and hopefully make you laugh.
We are not experts on this thing called life.
We're just here chatting about it.
It's
life loudly. Test.
You're live.
We're here.
Oh my gosh. We really
We're back.
I thought we should have done like a song intro or some
The saying we're back like we never left, but we're back because we left.
Yeah. We were on a
hiatus.
Sabbatical.
There you go.
We're on sabbatical. We're back, guys. I'm so sorry that
How long has it been? Like 2 months?
Oh my gosh. That ended up being way longer.
Boy, it was some loud life, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Talk about, I'm like, yeah, that's why, because let me look here. Our last episode that April 14th.
That's not as bad as I was thinking.
Holy
because it's still May.
Yeah, it is still May, so a month and a half. We were anticipating being gone just like a couple weeks, and then a couple weeks.
Why were we gone for those few weeks? Calving craziness, or I don't know.
We just, I don't know. It just started to turn to the end of like school year, and
I guess I was mostly done with calving by that point.
Things just got nuts, and then there was a couple times where we could have podcasted. Like I remember us just like sitting, hanging out, but then we were just like sitting in the front of the TV, and it was just like. I don't want to. Like, it just didn't feel like a fun thing to do. Yeah. And it's like, this is supposed to be a fun thing to do. It's not supposed to be a, like, stressful, like, I have to do this type of deal. So it's like, as soon as this stops being fun, like, we're not doing it anymore. But I feel like I'm ready to get back at it.
Cast the pod.
I'm ready to cast a pod. Let's do it. And so, like, instead of a lot of times podcasts, I notice they do take breaks. Like a lot of them do take summer breaks, and I'm like, I feel like we just needed a spring break.
Yeah, we've done so many episodes and our so many followers.
Yeah,
we were just so exhausted from it.
I just think a spring break is appropriate for us. Spring is way more stressful,
crazy.
Yeah, than for us, and we were very much alone a lot of those days, doing our own things.
Yep.
And
Cabin
I was like, oh my gosh, we need to
field work and
like we kind of need to do an episode just to like catch you up on what we've done.
Sports.
Yeah, we had sports and we
just kind of everything going on here at once.
So let's just start with joys and hards as of late, like the last week or 2 or 3 or 6. What's some joys and hards, Steichen?
Rain.
Is it joy or hard?
Joy for sure.
Oh yeah, we got some good rain.
We've had some good rains the last week and a half. Calving is done. Calves are worked. Cattle are in pastures for the summer. That's really nice.
How many calves did we not have?
What do you mean?
Like how many
cows do we have that don't have a baby?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 in the corral that I don't think will calve. They must have aborted at some point. And then I think out in the pasture right now 3.
So possibly a total of 5.
And I think
there'll be 2.
I think there'll be 2 more that die from diphtheria.
We've already had 2 die from diphtheria.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like diphtheria is like one of those like old diseases like smallpox, scarlet fever.
They know very little about diphtheria the way it seems to me.
Yeah.
And nobody's looking into it more the way it seems to me.
I don't ever remember us having that.
It's annoying. I usually have 1 a year, not 5.
Well, yeah. And apparently it's not contagious animal to animal.
No, it's just their larynx gets bacteria infection. Larynx is in their throat. Affects their breathing. If you don't catch it early, you ain't going to get it out. And if you do catch them early, you got about a 5% chance of getting them out of it, the way it seems.
So rain and cows.
Seeding is basically done. 1 more sunflower field. Spraying is crazy now. Gonna be nuts. Haying will start probably in 2 weeks, maybe 3, probably 2. I'm sure alfalfa will be ready in 2 weeks, maybe even sooner. I'm supposed to be thinking of the past. Hard would be camper.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we want to include the camper in our highs and lows, or if we want to do
I just already threw it out there.
We'll do a whole little segment on the camper in a little bit as I go through our calendar.
So
here.
that's a hard.
We'll do.
I would say just with everything being busy and the girls being in sports into the end of the year and finals and everything going on, and you guys were there a lot. That's hard. Like, it's good that those things are happening, but when I'm calving and seeding, I'm not there. So there's a lot of separation. I felt like.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff to deal with, a lot of things. I don't know, my joy is this is the first summer I feel like in a long time where I don't have a consistent commitment, like me, myself. In the past, I've done summer school.
Do you even have any weddings?
I just had one and I have one more. That's it.
When is that one?
June 20th in Harvey. So, yeah.
In Harvey even?
Yep.
That's easy.
Yep. And so, like, in the past, I've like hosted like camps. I've done basketball open gyms. I've done summer school. I've just done other like consistent things where it's like, oh, twice a week I'm supposed to be here or whatever. And this is the first summer where like I was looking at the calendar and I was like, I don't really have anything I have to do a lot of the time this summer. I'm going a lot of places. So we have like each of our girls are probably in at least 4 camps of some kind, sports related, Bible camp, things of that nature. Our son starts T-ball. So that'll be a consistent, like every week deal.
Every day?
Not every day. I think like twice a week. But so that'll start like next week. But it's like I just have to be the coordinator. I just have to be the coordinator and the like even already this like and I'm going to be doing a individual podcast, and one of the things that I had already said on there was that like it's crazy how much stuff I've already gotten done and it's not even June yet. Like with Memorial Day being so early, like
the garden.
I feel like we've had kids swimming in the pool 3 days. I don't even know if we had 3 days all
last year. It wasn't this hot.
I know. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I don't think last year.
It's an El Nino summer. They're saying it's going to be hot.
And that's just like, I mean, that's amazing. Like our kids have swam in the pool 3 days. Our pool looks amazing. Our garden is planted and all good to go. And
where are you going?
And so we've already had days where it's like I've woke up, I've like done some mowing, I've done some trimming, I've done some garden work.
Mowed like 3 times.
Yeah. And then it's like you were like, hey, time to do cattle stuff. So then we like go do some cattle stuff. And then it's like, oh, I got to take Ray to work, or I got to stop to go take this person there or this person to basketball camp or whatever. And it's like I'm like just bebopping around and like it's like all good, fun, busy stuff. It's nice. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that we have a kid that's old enough to work and make her own money. She made $28 in tips today. That seems insane. I don't know anything about the food industry, but it seems like a lot.
And she'd split it, or it was split.
That was after it was split.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, that just seems crazy for little old Hertzfield food, but...
Well, the hotter it is, the more ice cream people are going to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, she said there was a lot of ice cream today, but... So yeah, all that good stuff. Since we last chatted, our son has graduated preschool.
Yep.
He had a little preschool showcase where he was so excited to show everything, all the things.
Now, not to change the subject, but does Harvey do like kindergarten graduation?
They have, or they've done a kindergarten program. No, it's not like a consistent thing. It's kind of like, what do the teachers feel like doing? They used to do the kindergarten circus, like when I was in kindergarten. That was like the end of the year big kindergarten thing. Sometimes, like I have 1 year, they did kindergarten, like a kindergarten graduation with like the spring concert. They like all wore their hats, these cute little graduation hats, and sang one specific song during the concert. It's not like a consistent thing. It's whatever the teachers want to do. So we definitely have a wild boy. Just like watching him interact in his classroom with his peers. Like,
but he's also like a reserved.
So weird.
But it's also like sometimes he's a reserved. I'm going to sit back and watch.
Yeah, so that's how he was at basketball camp.
Like he does that a lot.
He does that at the beginning, I think.
Until he's comfortable.
And then he's comfortable, and then like Like, he wants to hug everybody. He wants to touch everybody. He wants to make a mess. He wants his hands dirty. He wants to be running around, getting in everybody's business. But then I took him to basketball camp, and he was like hiding behind me, like, I'm not doing this. He's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But even so, like, when all of the kids are like dribbling around and they're shooting and they're doing all these things, he was like on the sidelines just holding his ball, like watching everybody else. Like he's so wild, but yet he gets overstimulated by like sensory stuff all at the same time, like all the loud noises, all the big movements and stuff. So
and probably the amount of people.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's kind of more so what it was.
Yeah. While we were gone, we finished track season and volleyball season. So for the older girls, one did hunter safety. We had prom in there. I did lots of stuff for prom. That was really fun and exciting. I had some photos that I had to take. I'm trying to think. As we got into May, just like the end of the year concerts. So we had like 2 different concerts to go to. End of the year. I already talked about like sporting events and things like that. Just for me, finals, planning finals, taking time to do review and all that kind of stuff with my own kids in my classroom. Since one of our kids is in 6th grade, a lot of the end of the year stuff, they do the BM Hansen Idol, they do fundraising, they do lots of different things like that. So we had that kind of stuff going on. It just seemed like for a couple weeks there in May, every single night, or at least like 3 to 4 nights a week, we had somewhere something to be doing something. I had a lot of meetings before and after school because some kids had chosen to take some final presentations. And so those were the hours that we just did that. Jay ended up going to track meets in Minot with my sister a couple days. I ended up singing at the high school concert as part of like a little high school group. So we had some meetings for church. I went to the FCCLA fundraiser at the Eagles and bought a slushy machine.
You did. And it's still in the box.
Still in the box because the stipulation is our eldest daughter has to finish her driver's ed course before we use it because she's
the most excited.
She's the most excited about slushies. Her and I
was
both.
Was that your intent to buy it?
Well, when I went, I was like, I want to buy something when I go to those kinds of things. So I had my eye on the slushy machine or the Solo stove. You know what a Solo stove is? Like, do you know those little like campfire pods? When we were in Medora last year, a ton of people had them in their campers. Like, you can like put it in your camper, and it's like a bucket, kind of like an enclosed thing where you can have like a wood burning fire, like even during like a burn ban, because it's like super contained.
It's for campfires?
Yeah, it's for campfires.
Oh.
Or like some people just use it for like decoration for heat. Well, that went for like $700 or $800.
Oh.
Like the bit, I was like, it depends on. I had 3 things that I was like,
this is like a live bid or paper bid?
Live.
You bid on something live?
I did.
Wow.
I waited and waited and waited. Okay, so it was between like they went to $350.
I would have liked to see that.
Or they went to $300 and then they were like $400, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's too much. Then all of a sudden he jumped down to $325, and I was like, oh yeah. For some reason it sounds better when you pay for something for $375 versus $400. It just sounds a little better. But yeah, I ended up buying the slushy machine. And what was funny is I was there with Susan and Brent. Like, that's who I sat by. They're the ones that donated the slushy machine.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I could have just bought it from you, probably for $100 cheaper. But so anyway, our first slush that we're gonna make in there is rhubarb slush.
Really?
Yes.
You're gonna use
I'm gonna use the rhubarb.
You don't want me to mow it?
No, you're not gonna mow over it. Stop saying that. You're not gonna do it.
I do every year.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's fine.
I like to keep that area clean.
I pick off the old stuff.
And you've never once used
Don't say never, because I made rhubarb.
Haven't yet?
Not this summer. 3 years ago I made rhubarb slush.
With that?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I have used that rhubarb.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
All right.
It's fine. I ended up taking pictures for all of like the senior girls. They did like cap and gown photos and stuff like that. We did that after awards night, and that was fun. And that pretty much leads us to camping. So do you want to give a little?
Nope, you were there. I was just peacefully in my
Do
field
you
on TikTok Live.
can I diss you for a minute on how I think it's partially your fault
What?
with the camper?
How's that my fault?
Okay. Because I was
How is that even in the slightest
because I was heated. I was really mad.
at me?
Yes.
And I don't know this?
No, you do know it because I told you and I called you and I told you about it before that I called you and told you that the door shattered.
That you were mad at me?
Yes. So
About what?
after school, no,
I
this would have been.
I was not the last one in there that left that door open.
This would have been Wednesday. Okay, school got out on a Thursday. Immediately when school was going to get out, like I have to go to like a teacher end of the year celebration thingy mabob, whatever. So the girls were going to go do their own things. I think our son was going to be with you. And so my plan is that like after my thing, we were just going to go directly out to our camper, which we go camping for Memorial Day on Thursday. So on Wednesday, I'm like, I'm buying all the groceries. Okay, it was like a $600 grocery bill.
Oh, you were mad about the fridge.
The amount of groceries that I had in my vehicle that had to go into the camper was insane.
In my defense,
it's my turn to talk. Nope, you told me that it's my turn to talk, so I get to talk. On Tuesday, I was home all day Tuesday. I went in and I packed the camper. Okay, so like all of the clothes for us, for B, for the girls kind of did their own thing, but I packed the camper. And to Mr. Steichen right here, I said, can you please make sure that everything's working, including the fridge and the freezer, so that when I come with all of these groceries tomorrow, this can go.
Not how you sounded. Don't make it seem so innocent.
They can go directly into the camper, right?
Okay.
Do you remember?
What day were you in there cleaning?
Tuesday. Oh, cleaning. Cleaning was a long time ago.
The day you and I went in there, though. We were in there together. It was like the day before this.
Tuesday.
You were standing there and I opened the fridge and I stuck my hand in there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, the fridge was cold. Did you stick your hand in the freezer?
No. Nope.
The fridge was cool.
Like and I think it was cool because it was so cold outside.
Yeah, it was like 30 degrees.
Well, I realize that now, but I thought it was on.
To one of the.
They come home to a fridge not working with a car full of groceries.
We come on like one of the windiest days that week. We had like 3 days of wind, or one was like dust storm day in North Dakota. You all know what I'm talking about. This one was
the next day.
It wasn't as bad, but it was pretty bad. So I come home and I see that our camper door is flapping in the wind. It's not shut.
And that was not my fault.
I'm not saying that part was your fault.
I know.
I'm a little annoyed at the fact that the door wasn't already broken when I got there, because that would have made more sense.
You just spoiled the story.
Yeah, sorry. So I'm like, what the heck? That's weird. I'm like, there's probably a cat or some live animal in there, and things are probably wrecked, which whatever. So me and the kids, and just when I have to do something like this with all of the kids, my patience it's not my best. I'm like, I want to get in and out as fast as I can. I go in first.
I'm sure you carried a bunch of stuff.
I carried every single grocery, $600 worth of groceries into that camper before even opening the fridge, because I was like, I'm going to get it all inside so I can shut the camper door because this wind is insane. So we carry it all in, shut the door, open up the fridge and the freezer, and I'm like, this isn't on. So I call you and I'm like, this is not working. And I'm like, it's still set to off. And I'm like, Steichen, I asked you yesterday, the knob is clearly set to off. Clearly, the arrow is pointed to off.
Didn't look at the knob.
What would you say to me if I was like, oh, I didn't look to see if it was set to off? What would you say to me? You'd be so... you would be so mad. Can I just... And you're like, no, you can't just fill it now because you're going to freeze it up.
It ain't ever going to catch up.
So I have to go through now each individual bag, and I have to drag out, number one, is stuff going to go in the house, or is stuff have to be taken all the way to the barn? Granted, and my kids are trying to be helpful.
Because you were going to put it in the barn fridge.
Yes, we put stuff everywhere. So now we have to make multiple trips back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
So you are blaming the door on me.
Yes, I am.
I'm not.
I am. Totally. No. Because the door would have been shut that entire time. I would have done my job. I would have left. I would have closed the door, and nobody would have went back into that camper. The only reason why the kids and myself were going in and out and in and out, in and out was because of the stupid groceries. Anyway, it doesn't matter whose fault it is because I'm the one who broke the door. Well, I mean, it's whatever. So in the matter of those trips going back and forth, one of our kids opens the door to go in for another round of stuff. The door slips out of their hand and it's in the wind. It smacks against the side of the camper and completely shatters the door. So we have one of those doors that where it's like most camper doors are like that white whatever. Ours is decorative black glass on the front that matches the windows, and it all shattered. They come in crying, freaking out because they know that that's not good. And I go out and look, and I'm like, I was just mad because I was like, how did this not happen all day? That camper door was open all day long, flapping in the wind like that. And it just slips out of our hands one time and hits the camper just right and completely shatters. So then I got even more heated when I called my husband, which was kind of funny because he was on TikTok live. So I had to when he doesn't answer my phone, that's like my second defense is to go look and see if he's on TikTok. Because he won't answer my phone calls when he's on TikTok, which I think if your wife's calling you, you should answer the phone.
Sometimes I do, but you were bothering me.
Yeah.
Because you just yelled at me for leaving not checking the fridge.
Yeah. And so I'm like, we have a problem. You do need to call me. And he's like, oh, shoot. Okay. And then I was mad because immediately, well, no, I shouldn't say immediately. You did say, I'll look at it when I get home. Okay. So anyway, it just stays.
And I did.
Every time we go into the camper, more glass is falling out of the thing.
And I told you to quit going in there.
Yeah. But pretty much immediately when you got home and looked at it, you're like, we're not using the camper. And that just ticked me off even more because number one, I thought that I was totally like, this is completely your fault. I'm like, I asked you to check this and you did not even look at the knob to see that the knob was still off.
Okay, you're still going back to the fridge thing.
And
you're
now,
way up further in the story
and now you're telling me because of the broken door, because of me fixing the problem that you caused in the first place, we can't go camping.
I did not cause that in the first place.
The integrity of the door was still intact. There's still a giant piece of insulation. The only thing that was affected was the window.
No, that doesn't latch very good because the latch is all loose because the integrity of the door is compromised.
Yes, I do agree. Which, hold on, we'll get to that part. Anyway, after some bitter words towards each other, he decides to put cardboard on the door.
I did bring stuff to fix it.
Yeah, he puts cardboard on the door. You can still hear the glass falling every time that you open it.
She thought that was the worst idea ever.
I thought you should have just taped it, which you ended up doing anyway.
I did not.
You ended up putting garbage bags.
I'm not going to duct tape the entire door.
Why?
Layer by layer of
whatever.
Duct
We've
tape.
already been through this conversation. It would have worked either way. But anyway, the door was solid, and our camper got to go camping. I was like, if this ruins our kids' favorite weekend,
while we were camping.
Okay, when we got there, we put layered garbage bags over top of the cardboard because it was supposed to rain. And then while it was raining, we were like, I was like, should I put the awning out?
Everybody had their awning out.
Well, and everybody had their awning out. But I did ask you, I'm like, it keeps like pulling off of there.
Yeah, we went out there and we brought it out more and it tightened the tarp.
And you think that would help? So do you think?
Yeah, the water was running right off.
So it's late at night, the night that it was really raining. Friday. And we just hear a loud smack.
We were in somebody else's camper.
Of something. And we're like, oh, what was that? And one of the guys gets up, looks out the camper, kind of looks around. He's like, oh, I don't know. And it was dark out by that time. So, I mean, we were more worried like, oh, it was a kid because all of our kids were sleeping in tents outside. And it was like, oh, gosh, what did they just do? But no, like there was no noises. There was no anybody. So then after we're done hanging out.
At this point, it wasn't even raining anymore. The hard rain was done.
No. And then we go out. And so it was funny because somebody has to.
Yeah, you can't close our camper door from the inside because the door handle's compromised.
Yeah, the door handle.
So somebody has to close our door when we go to bed.
So we realized, we can't close the door from the inside very well. It only works if you're on the outside and you can like really push. Like you can give it a good push from the outside to click. So when we're going to bed and both of us need to be in the camper, it was kind of the joke of like, who's going to tuck in the Steikens at night? Like who's going to walk them to their camper and close the door so we can like lock the door and whatever. And so somebody was following us to our camper and oh my gosh, the entire awning of our camper was snapped and on the ground and hitting the side of our camper.
Wouldn't say it was snapped. It was collapsed.
It was collapsed. And I was like, I think I just laughed. I opened the door and I went to bed. Like, I was just like, I don't even want to deal with this. I
didn't either. And I didn't.
No. Did we even do anything with it?
No, we drug it home, still laying on the ground. Yeah, not that night.
No, not that night. We just left it there, didn't we?
Well, it was like 11:30. What were we going to do with it in the dark?
Yeah. So in the morning, like
the shaft snapped in half on the motor.
In the morning, we're still in bed, and we can hear the other men working at the campground working on our camper. And you're like, oh, I should really go out there. And I'm like, why? Maybe they'll just fix it. Maybe they'll just fix it and have it. Because, I mean, there was people there that were way more mechanically minded, wise than us. So, I mean, not that you're not, but you don't really want to be.
I did not want to do that at all.
No. And so that was
was honestly, while they were fixing it, I was looking at campers on Bizman. I was just so done.
I'm so tired. So tired of this. But I love our camper so much. I love the layout and I love the design and I just love everything about it. But so then they got it rolled back up.
So they took the motor off and then shoved a bolt through the arms and the roller to keep it held up. And then Jeff took the motor and the broken part of the shaft home and welded it up so we could reinstall it and at least roll the tarp up and use it, or get
it up. Yeah, and so that was the funny thing. Like last year, the biggest problem with our camper is like we showed up to Coal Mine, which is basically a 20-mile gravel road shot.
Yeah,
maybe even longer than that. And when we got there, our entire camper, I'm not even kidding you, was covered in dust.
On the inside.
And we're used to dealing with dust. We used to have an ice house.
It was horrible. Like
layered.
You could write your name on the wall.
Yes.
And like layers on the floor. We knew you couldn't even tell what color the floor was.
No. And we knew that like some dust was normal just from being in an ice house. There's dust that comes up from the holes on the floor. But then we showed some and we're like, is there supposed to be this much dust in a camper? And they're like, no, there's something wrong with this. And so we went and got that fixed. And on the way, when I already knew that you were a little upset that we were taking the camper because you didn't want to take it with a broken door, I was like, if we get there and there's an inch of dust, because we haven't used it since it was fixed.
No.
And I was
when
like,
I pulled it home, it was muddy.
And I was
didn't
like,
get to see if it was dusty.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh my gosh, what happens if like he's just gonna turn around and take it home? Like I just know it. But that problem much, other than the corners,
it was good.
I don't know if you need to tell him about the corners still.
I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, just like the corners of the slides were pretty dusty. But other than that,
I think that's pretty normal.
So yeah, so right now our camper is parked and nobody is utilizing it until it gets pulled to Bismarck and has some things checked out.
I told him about the toilet bowl not holding water again. I told him the fridge door latch is about to crack off again. And I'm like,
the whole fridge needs to be lifted up.
I told him that. I said, I told you guys that it needed to be lifted and it didn't get done because now we need another latch again. He kind of got snotty with me. I'm like, well, that's what it needs. So
got snotty with you how?
I don't know. I could just tell that he was annoyed that I kept adding things to the list.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Didn't we buy the warranty and the fix it guarantee for that reason?
That's right.
Darn right. Like, and especially like if we lived in it, I understand. No. Like you're gonna have things that I mean, like what do we use it?
4 times, 5 times, 4 times
total. Like even in a summer, how many times do we use it in the summer?
So far, we've used it 4 times.
Yeah, and even in a whole summer, we use it 6?
Probably.
So it's not like we're living it.
No.
And then it sits. So it's like these little things that are like they shouldn't be problems. So anyway, that was our Memorial Day weekend story. But we had fun. I had fun.
In Fargo, you had fun?
I did have fun.
Good.
I was a little bummed right away when I like fully realized that I had planned a wedding for Memorial Day, but it was for some good church friends, and I was like, you know what, it'll be fine. So I had to leave Saturday evening, and I ended up staying. I went with my friend Tracy, so we stayed at her parents' house, and like I got to catch up with them. Like they were like my neighborhood parents growing up. I pretty much lived at their house, or she lived at my house.
That's what you should do, a guest on or
Yeah.
guest on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
You should have took your stuff with.
And so I got to see her and see Tracy's kids. So like that was fun. And then I got to ride with them to the wedding the next day. And then we had a really good wedding. Or I shouldn't say we had a good wedding. I had nothing to do with it. I just got to like the venue was very cool in Fargo. It was called Sanctuary Event Center, and it was just like this cool. I don't know if it originally was just like a church, but it was like kind of like an old church. Not even, I don't know. I don't know if it was a building, if it was made for that, but it had like different levels. And it was kind of one of those things where, like, on every level, there was like different things going on or different ways you could utilize the space. Like, it looked like some people maybe even had businesses and offices in there. But then there was like other areas where it was like the basement, they had it set up as like a reception hall. And then like the middle floor was set up as like a place with some stained glass windows that could be a sanctuary. They held like concerts there. They held like conventions there and meetings and like whatever. But yeah, so like when we got there was church going on, and then they completely flipped the space for like a wedding venue, and then they completely flipped the space again for a dance floor later on. It was just kind of cool. They just, I don't know, they have these, I think they have a couple properties in Fargo, different venue things, but it was very unique and very fun. And then I ended up driving back to the campground that same night. Got back really late, which was fine. I was glad that somebody, I thought about it. I was like, I'm going to get there and nobody's going to be in there. Who's going to shut the camper door behind me? And I was like, well, I guess if it has to stay open a little crack. But I saw somebody's camper light still on. So I texted her and I was like, hey, are you still up? Can you come?
Tuck me in.
Yeah, tuck me into my camper. And they did. So, yeah. So then we just got home this last week, and not this. Was that this week?
Yeah, Monday we got home from
What day is it today?
We got home
Saturday.
Saturday. We got home from camping and worked that group of calves.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the heat.
Yeah. It was hot cattle weather for a couple days. Getting cows off to pasture. Lots of laundry. I will say that is probably still my biggest regret. I mean, nobody does it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I really want a laundry room. And I really want that laundry room to have 2 washers and 2 dryers in it. I don't know if anybody actually does that in their house.
Sounds expensive.
But I don't know, a washer and dryer really weren't as expensive as I thought they were going to be.
Expensive. I mean, who am I to speak expensive?
We have piles of laundry downstairs every day. And I know it's the way that our kids do their laundry because...
Yeah, in 3 years it'll be less laundry.
I don't know. It just seems like there's always a load of towels or a load of blankets or someone's bedding.
There's a lot of people living in this house.
I know, and it's like, wow.
I think we can make it with one machine.
That would have been wise. I'm just saying that would have been wise.
Someday we'll have it. In the next few years or whatever, we'll have another machine out in a barn if you're that behind.
That'd be nice.
There's your other machine.
Yeah. Let's go start doing your laundry out there. Yours takes the longest. Yeah. So, and then coming up, we've got our little man's 6th birthday party is tomorrow, and he turns 6 early next week.
Tuesday.
Do you want to tell everybody when we asked him, what do you want to eat for your birthday meal? What did he say?
Oh yeah, I want duck and burgers.
I'm pretty sure he's like, I want duck. And I was like, okay. I'm like, what else? Like, give me something else. I said, every family member is not coming over here to eat duck.
You'd be surprised. It'll be the first thing gone.
Probably didn't make that much, though.
You make quite a bit.
And then he said burgers, and then I said, okay, what do you want to eat with your duck and burgers? Like, thinking that he would give me, like, some kind of side, like fries or chips or whatever. No, he said chicken nuggets.
You're not making chicken nuggets, are you?
No, I'm not. He's not a side dish kind of guy.
He likes fries.
I bought some fries. Might be nice enough to swim. Maybe not. Yeah, so that'll be fun. We have a 6-year-old going to kindergarten. He had his last day at daycare.
Crazy.
I think he will go sometime this summer.
Just maybe to visit or what?
Yeah, maybe after school. It was so funny. I was there and she was like,
after school.
Like, he can ride the bus from school to daycare.
Oh.
Just for funsies. She was like, hey, I need your summer schedule. And I said, honestly, like, I don't have anything in the foreseeable future that I would need daycare for. Like, I'm like, I got nothing. Like, I have no idea. And I'm like, not to say something won't come up, because I do have a lot of senior sessions this summer, which is going to be really fun. We're going a couple really cool places with some seniors, so I'm very excited for that. But I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just text you sometime and be like, hey, he's ready to visit. He's ready to see some buddies. And she's like, I just realized. She's like, I don't know why I never really thought about it. She's like, he's going to be in kindergarten. And I'm like, yeah, he's the oldest one here. Like, he's going to be 6. And she's like, I'm not going to have him next year. She's like, I just didn't even
think about it.
She's like, it didn't even dawn on me that he's not going to be here. And I was like, no, he's not. But I don't know. I think he's ready. He's ready for kindergarten, ready for something new. We'll see if he does t-ball. I don't know. He might be kind of cranky about that.
I thought he wanted to do that.
No, he wants to do baseball. He thinks there's a difference. I don't know.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. I'm very much looking forward to our Minnesota camping trip.
We need to talk about that yet tonight.
Yeah, we do. We've never gone, well, since having kids, we've never gone camping without kids.
Nope.
Not that I love camping with my kids, but I am kind of excited to just go on a camping trip with our camper, just with friends.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun. I'm glad that we're seeing them more and taking time to see them. It's going to be a long trip. It's a long drive.
6 hours.
That seems like a long way with a camper. We better pray that it's good wind. We've got a Medora camping trip. We've got lake camping trips coming up. And we got kids going to camp. That's pretty much our summer.
Taking it to the Badlands in September, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I hope anyway.
So we're excited to be on here and come back this summer and talk about all the things that we're doing. This was kind of just a catch up episode because we've been gone for 6 weeks, but we will have more things to chat about that are more pointed towards something.
A topic.
Yeah, I'm going to do maybe I should get your perspective while you're here. I'm going to do like a single episode of myself. Reading, listening, and watching. So the things that I've been reading lately, the things I've been listening to lately, like podcasts, and the things that we've been watching lately. So I was talking about Marshalls. Do you think Marshalls is better than Yellowstone?
No. I think the Yellowstone had a lot better, like, if Marshalls was as good as Yellowstone, we'd be done with Marshalls by now.
I didn't like Yellowstone at all.
Yeah, you did.
I liked season 1.
Like Yellowstone, well, maybe it's because I just wanted to watch it. Like, I didn't want to stop. Marshalls, like, we haven't watched an episode and we're, like, behind now. It's late, and I'm like...
But we haven't really had time either.
Oh,
like, well, Yellowstone...
For Yellowstone, we made time.
Yeah, but Yellowstone, didn't we watch that in the winter?
We're going to watch Dutton Ranch next.
I know, and I'm nervous.
Looks good.
I just thought Yellowstone was so gross.
Well, yeah.
There was so much about it. Like, in every single episode. Like, there's no way I would have ever wanted our kids to be in the room during an episode of Yellowstone.
Well, probably not.
Starting from the very first episode. And I was fairly disappointed that, like, Beth's character did not change. It got worse. Like, she was this hard, stone cold person at the beginning. I thought that, like, her being in a relationship and her going... She
settled down a little. I said a little.
She murdered her brother in the last episode.
He had it coming. He had their father killed.
No, that's not the way you handle that. It was gross.
I think she did good.
No, it was nasty and sickening, and there was so much, like, blood. And, like, I don't remember what season we were in, but it was, like, the 3rd episode, and, like, people were being, like, shot and murdered and raped and whatever, and it was just like, where is this coming from? Like, this is not season 1. Season 1, I'm sorry, was good. Like, it's just, it's like almost like it was like somebody in the back office somewhere was like, hey, everybody's telling us we need to crank this up. And then they just, like, flipped the show and it became this nasty. Not saying I didn't, like, if it would have been that bad, I probably would have stopped watching it. But it was good enough where it was like, okay, is this going to get better? Like, is this going to get better? And honestly, what kept me coming back was Casey. So the fact that Casey has his own spin-off show, like, I think Marshalls is way better than...
It's good. I like it.
I think it's way better. So I'm so nervous to watch Dutton Ranch because I'm like, is it going to be a spin-off like Marshalls and actually be really good? Or is it going to be...
I don't know. Maybe we should watch one tonight.
Maybe we should. Because I'm like, is it going to be cringy and disgusting?
I don't know. Let's find out. Should we do
There were so many times where I had to shield my eyes in Yellowstone.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, like I'm a wimp, guys. Like I'll just be the first to admit, I do not like murder mystery. I do not like gore. I do not like horror. I do not like being scared, especially at night before I'm going to bed. I don't like that feeling of like jumpiness. I don't like the feeling of thrill. I don't like any of that. And so I'm just like, when you knew something was coming, when you knew someone was going to get killed, you knew someone was going to get thrown off a cliff or something, I'm just like sitting there holding my eyes and being like, no, don't. And I was like, oh. And that happened in Marshalls. The last time we watched Marshalls, I don't know what happened, but I had to be like, oh, no.
He fell through the ice.
Oh my gosh. That just gave me goosebumps when you just said that.
Ice.
I don't like ice. I like the first time Dalton took me on ice, I thought I was going to die. But somebody was walking on ice in the show, and you just knew it's like they're going to fall through the ice. And I literally have goosebumps just thinking about it. But anyway, that's going to be the next episode, is just like what we've been reading, listening, and watching. So that'll be kind of fun. And we'll be back after that, after next week, whatever order these episodes come in. I have no idea. We're just winging it. It's summer. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your time outside. Be with your family. Do everything that you love to do, because the warm weather's only here for a short time. So, yeah, that's it.
Bye.
See ya.